Hello, Artsies. Welcome to week 6 of Quarantine Art. I'm going to walk you through what we have on tap for this week, and this week is all about music. Before we dive into that, I hope last week was helpful to have a catch-up week, a bit of a breather week. Gave you the opportunity to get caught up, maybe redo something that didn't work out well the first time, all that kind of stuff. And I'm looking forward to looking at your evaluation check-in, kind of putting your best foot forward from all the weeks of so far for the previous 4 weeks. Week 6, all right, let's dig into it, is all about music. So the question is, how might you create an artistic interpretation of a song that is important to you right now? So what are you listening to? What is on repeat? What's getting you through? What can you get enough of in terms of the music? Or you're looking for a particular song that you're going to interpret in a different way. All right. So deconstructing the question is, how might you create it? So the creating is an original creation by you that makes uses of a medium. So it could be ink, paint, markers, collage in an expressive way. And the interpretation could be abstract, could be drawing the beats in that kind of thing. You do something a little abstract and colorful to just vibe out and go with your music. Or you could dive into lyrics if your music has lyrics, get some typography going, or some sort of getting into the meaning and interpretation of the song. Okay, so there's a few different ways. We'll go through how to do that, and important to you right now. So in this moment, now, today, what is on repeat? What's keeping you sane, and you're really like vibing with that song right now. Okay, so that is what we're aiming for that. The checklist as we go through. So you're going to start off with brainstorming. What songs really matter to me right now? What's on your playlist? What's the song that moves me the most? Okay, focus on that one song. That's kind of a 10-minute brainstorm. And then getting a little bit deeper, how does that song make you feel? What images, colors, patterns, shapes does it bring to mind? Okay, so if you got like big wobbly bass, like what does that look like if you were to represent that visually? That's kind of where you want to really like sketch with ideas and kind of doodle, play the song on repeat, get into the rhythm, the meaning, write out the lyrics, all that kind of stuff. You really want to kind of like, I really want to see like doodles and practice and like experiments with shapes and colors and all this kind of stuff before diving into whatever you're going to go. Okay, then what mediums do you want to use? What makes sense? Type pens, loose ink, homemade paint, collage, what have you. I really want you to try an alternative to pencil if you can for this challenge. Okay, how can you combine materials in a new way? And so you really try to like experiment with materials before you dive into your final creation, and then decide what images and materials best describe your connection to the song, and then get into the zone and make. So that is kind of broken down into the weekly plan. Hopefully this weekly plan is kind of useful for you if you're trying to get into like chunking. I know sometimes geography or math gets in the way, and this kind of thing gets pushed back. But in an ideal world, you're trying to like do a little bit of art each day, so it's not piling up towards the end of the week. And there's kind of a guide for that. All right, I've gone over that before, so we won't go into that again. So I'm going to show you some inspiration that you could use. So here is Derek Gora's. We found this week. He has got all this amazing. If you look at his work, he's got like magazine cutouts to make an image. And he's used like different shading to make this make this girl here with a kind of collaged hair, and you've got lyrics and words and things like that in the work. All right, so that we wanted to put this in right off the top to think different. All right, do you have old magazines that you could like cut letters out and do like lyric interpretations, or printing song lyrics? If you do have access to a printer, what can you do to put printing on different papers, cutting out newspaper and collaging and things like that? Is there different ways beyond just marker and draw? Can you like push it? I've loved seeing when you're coming up with collage and alternative mediums and really digging into that, and that's what we're really looking for you. So here are some other examples of interpretation. This is an abstract painting that's responding to the music. Kandinsky is a very famous artist from the 20th century. He had synesthesia, which is not separating your five senses. So he hears music and he sees colors and shapes based on it. Like his senses are not separated. People have synesthesia in all different ways. Some people have synesthesia where they like taste something and they get colors. So it's a really kind of cool kind of gift that artists and creatives can, if they have it, can use. And so he was one of the first that like took songs. He listened to jazz music and stuff like that, and used the colors. He's like, ooh, that trumpet sounds like really yellow and like kind of bright, and so I'm going to have like shapes that interpret that music. Britt Daniel was commissioned by the band Spoon to do interpretive kind of paintings related to all the songs in there at Spoon's album. So we've got the link below there. Some really cool kind of watercolory effects and things like that too. Melissa McCracken does the same thing. She's got these like abstract paintings and she listens to jazz music, and that's like so again, that's an abstract that is entirely based out of there. So some other ideas there. You've got like this photograph with text over top. Think about that. Could you like print a photograph and then write text over top or draw over top of a photograph, so you're not starting from a blank page? Here's a great typo. I know some of you really love the typography stuff. So the love you take is equal to the love you make. Beatles quote, I think, right? And so just a really beautiful poster related to like a lyric from a song. So there's one way to go about it. Here's Smells Like Teen Spirit, okay? The lyrics to the Nirvana song. This is the John Lennon graffiti wall with like lyrics to John Lennon songs and images of John Lennon. That is a very famous wall in Prague. Here's a Paramore, the band Paramore, a lyric collage. So super dense with all the lyrics written, and it's really condensed and planned out really well. You can see some bigger lyrics, some smaller lyrics, and things like that. And that's a really cool way to approach it too. Keep on going with a few more examples. Here's some lyrics here in the shape of a face. Bob Dylan with lyrics and a painting going in there. And here is Neutral Milk Hotel, which is a rock band. Someone did ink drawings interpreting each of their songs in their famous album, In the Airplane Over the Sea. Things to avoid this week, okay? We don't want just a quick pencil sketch. You're aiming for finished work, okay? Don't be redrawing, copying the album cover or the artist logo. I don't want to see the OVO logo just copy because you're doing Tootsie Slide Drake, right? So you want to not copy. You're looking for interpretations of the songs, okay? Or a literal drawing of the plot. If the lyrics say like going on a country road and you're just painting a country road, I want you to think a bit more about the meaning and stuff like that. Okay, I want you to document as much of the work in progress as possible. Okay, and some of you are getting really good at this. I want you to take photos of your brainstorming in your sketchbook, and if you can, try to get in the habit of not using pencil for that brainstorming. The pen will photograph better rather than the pencil. Then like photograph your rough sketches, and my video has frozen, but I'm just going to keep on going. We don't need that anymore, do we? You don't need to see me. Your art as you work. So to finish this section and take a photograph of that. Then at the end, try to take a really good, well-lit, finished product photo, so you can do that up. So that is today's challenge. Good luck. Let me know how it goes.